चोर जय जय माखन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित
Hare Krishna, I welcome all the loving devotees of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the attendees, devotees. I also extend my warm welcome and gratitude to the senior devotees. I also welcome you all who have joined from all the parts of the world through the medium of electronic devices. This all the listeners, devotees, and the organizers of this beautiful Katha, the whole Vadukul family, who has performed this Katha in the reverie of their parents, and by seeking their blessings, they have organized this beautiful Katha. Shri Bharat Bhai, Nayan Manjari Mataji, Vidur Prabhu, Vidurani Mataji, Kirit Bhai, and Renuka Mataji, and their son, and all the kids, and the whole family. I welcome you all on the seventh day of this Bhagavatam Katha. I welcome back, and please accept our humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Radhe Shyam.
परम सौभाग्य पिछले 6 दिनों से हम सब
We are extremely fortunate that since last 6 days we have been listening to the Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, and by listening to these pastimes, King Parikshit or Parikshit Maharaj got relieved of all the entanglement and bondages of this material existence and attained the abode of the Lord. So far, we have heard the birth of Lord Sri Krishna. Have you ever contemplated that why did the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifest on this material earth? So in Naimisharanya, the great sages asked 6 questions, and that is from where Bhagavatam starts. It starts from the inquisitiveness of these great sages. And of these 6 questions, there was a question that why do the Lord manifest? I am telling you or revealing a great secret. Maybe you haven't heard it before. So, do the Lord comes on this earth to kill Kans, Putana, Shaktasur, Trinasur, etc.? Does he manifest just to kill them? Just imagine for one moment what is the purpose, that if it was to kill these demons, then from his abode, just by his desire, he could, who destroys the whole universes, And just to kill a few demons, does he have to appear? By just a glance, he can destroy millions and billions of universes. Then why will he manifest to just kill these demons? So you might be thinking that the Lord appears to establish the principles of religiosity, that is dharma. But actually, the religion is, or principles of religiosity are established more by his devotees than the Lord himself. Then why does the Lord appears on this earth? Then our learned scholars from Gauriya Sampradaya, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur writes beautifully,
કારણે આસિયા પ્રપંચે જીવેર કારણે આસિયા પ્રપંચે લીલા કોઈલે સુવિસ્તાર લીલા કોઈલે સુવિસ્તાર भगवान इस धरती पर क्यों आते हैं?
the Lord appears on this earth only and only to give bliss and happiness to all the living entities. So why do the Lord appears? Just to satisfy and provide bliss to all of us. So we all are the spirit soul and the Lord is super soul, that is Paramatma. And the Lord cannot tolerate the misery and distress of all his living entities. So when he sees that somewhere or anywhere, everywhere, the living entities are distressed and in despondency. So whatever obstacles, distresses we face in our life, the root of all this misery is only one thing, that we haven't yet found a personality or an element to whom we should love and serve. Are you aware? You should be aware, or you might be aware, that we all are not this body but soul. So what is our eternal form or introduction? So this body is temporary. Today we have this body, tomorrow we will get another. The body keeps on changing, but eternally we are a soul. So our actual introduction is, or nature is, that we are soul. And what is the nature of this soul? So we think that that person behaves like this and that is like that. But you should first check what is your nature. Are you aware that the living entity's fundamental nature is to serve? For example, the salt's nature is what? It is salty. If you separate the saltiness from the salt, then will it have anything left behind it? So you will have nothing. So the saltiness is the fundamental nature or intrinsic nature of the salt. And what is the intrinsic nature of sugar? So if we remove sweetness from the sugar, then will it have anything left behind? So that is the intrinsic quality of salt, sweet. Similarly, chili also is, or so the as the chili is to feel spicy, so similarly the fundamental or intrinsic quality of soul is to serve. The soul can leave anything and everything, but it cannot let go the tendency to serve. I'm not talking just about humans, but even the animals like and birds. A bird takes care of his kids like what? And same to the animals, and we also do that. We also serve so much, but the problem lies that we serve the people who are not appropriate to serve them. So first and foremost, we take care of our body throughout the day. How much we serve we take our body, so we use so much products like shampoo, soap, moisturizer, etc. Then we wear clothes, etc. And if it's cold weather, then we want a heater. If it's hot, then we put on an aircon or air conditioner. So how much do we take care of our body? And we are more charitable, then we serve our spouse and our children to take care of them. And if we become little more charitable, then we serve our children along with the wife. And if we become little more charitable or benevolent, then we prefer to serve the society at large, like Bharat Bhai, who is attached to social welfare projects. You should keep or maintain relationship with them. You will never face any distress or obstacle. He is very charitable. For us, the charity ends at our family. People say that we have done everything for ourselves. You so all you have done is that is you have opened the to pathway to hell. Some people say that I'm established and I take care of myself, my kids, my wife, etc. So what are you doing? What a great feat you are doing or achieving in that. Even dogs do the same. If you have got this human life, then and if you really want to do something and you want to establish yourself in the pages of history, then you should do something for others. Because for ourselves, even birds and animals live. So to serve, that is the intrinsic or fundamental quality of our body and people related to the same. And if we become little more magnificent or benevolent, then society and the nation at large. So now please listen carefully. Whatever services that I have told or that a human and or all the living entities perform, they do it. Why? because they find bliss in serving them. So I just want to convey this message that if we serve our body, our spouse, children, society, or nation, is you will get the bliss, but that bliss is or happiness is like just a drop of happiness. But if we start serving the Lord, then we will get a ocean of bliss, because fundamentally the Lord or the Supreme Spirit Super Spirit is our master. And then by serving him, we can get the bliss of ocean. So I'm not saying that you should make donation or something, but what does the Lord expects us? All the instructions that he has given in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, that is the greatest service to the Lord. And the bliss that you will get from that will be as deep as an ocean. So by just serving ourselves and people related to us, we will just get a droplet of happiness or bliss. But if we serve the Lord, we will get an ocean of bliss. And if we really want to feel that bliss, then we should serve the Lord. And if you ask that why should we serve the Lord, so the quality of the soul is to serve, and the highest bliss you will attain will be by serving the Lord. Second, why we should be serving the Lord, because that is our prime responsibility. For example, who has given this body? Our parents. So to serve them is our first and foremost responsibility. So as our prime responsibility towards bodily relationship is towards our parents, similarly, the prime responsibility or fundamental responsibility of our soul is to serve the Lord. It is our responsibility, and we will get the ocean of bliss by serving them. The Lord appears on this earth so that he can perform pastimes and people get attracted to him, and by getting attracted to him, they start serving him. And once we start serving the Lord, then we will attain the state of extreme bliss and ecstasy. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a soul that if all the material wealth of this world is given by one person, and all the beautiful women should, if given to one person, and if he gets whatever we are running behind, if we get everything, and then if we ask, are you satisfied or happy? Then also that person will say, we lack still something. Why? And what is lacking there? Because it is our innate quality to serve the Lord. And till the point we serve the Lord, he will not become satisfied. And on other hand, a person who lives in a cottage, who is poor, yet he serves the Lord and chants his name, then he enjoys bliss 24/7.
જોયાનંદ સંત ફકીર કરે, જોયાનંદ સંત ફકીર કરે, હે સોયાનંદ નાહી અમીરી में जो आनंद संत फकीर करे, हर रंग में सेवक रूप रहे अमृत जल का चूकूप रहे। जिज्ञासु के घट में ज्ञान भरे, सतवाणी सदा मुख थी विसरे। और रहे धीर गंभीरी में जो आनंद संत फकीर करे। ऐसो आनंद नाही अमीरी में, आनंद नाही अमीरी में जो आनंद संत फकीर करे। जो आनंद संत फकीर करे।
सिकंदर का नाम आपने सुना होगा।
So you all might have heard the name of Alexander the Great. It is mentioned that Alexander the Great or Sikandar started to win the whole world. So a person told him that whenever you visit India, then you must meet a sage or a saint from there. So when he was returning back, he just got reminded of that, and he thought that let me just meet a sage or saint. And he went to the foothills of Govardhan, and thousands of sages and saints performed devotional service there. So there was one sage and saint. He used to sit there, eat there, sleep there. So Alexander the Great got down from his chariot. He said that somebody told me that I should meet you. So he said, "Who are you?" He said, "You don't know who am I?" He said, "I am Alexander the Great. I am the emperor of this whole world." The sage said, "Oh, you did it? Why? So what will you achieve by doing that?" So he got to think, what shall I do after I win all this? So he said that I will make a great home. Then the sage replied, "What will you achieve by making this home?" He said that we will have some great arrangements to live there. "And after that, what will you do?" He said that after that, I will just sleep peacefully. He said that you have done this just to sleep. So I'm sleeping here very comfortably. You can sleep next to me. You can make arrangements or keep your bedding here and you can sleep. Why are you doing so much hard work? So the problem lies that we all are looking for happiness. We are searching for happiness. But the problem is that we are unaware where we will get this happiness. So there is a special kind of deer that is Kasturi. He always gets distressed because it has some peculiar fragrance and he keeps on running here and there, distressed, anxious, and he runs so much that he dies, leaves his body. Actually, the fragrance is not coming from outside, it is coming from his belly button. But till the point he dies, he doesn't even understand the fragrance that he was looking here and there. That fragrance was not in this material world or things in this material existence, but only in serving the Lord. That is what he was unaware. So the actual happiness and bliss lies in serving the Lord. So to serve the Lord is our fundamental responsibility. And to give us this service, the Lord manifests on this earth. So yesterday, Lord Shri Krishna was born and he was almost 6 days old. So how old is he? He is 6 days old. So on the 6th day, we perform a Shashti Pujan.
सो जन्म के
So,
चौराही हरिदास प्रभु यहाँ आगे से ही आ जाइए, यहाँ दो चेयर खाली है। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे।
अब क्या हुआ?
so now what happened? Nand Baba thought, I have begotten a son,
वैसे नंद बाबा ब्रज के राजा थे,
and he was the king of
चक्रवर्ती
Braj,
राजा कंस था।
but the emperor was Kansa. Therefore,
जो गांव के ऊपर
the
होता है उसको टैक्स देना
king of the village is supposed to pay tax to the emperor.
मेरे घर पर लाला का जन्म हुआ है,
So he thought that
मेरे गोकुल
I have begotten a son.
को आए और
The
पता चल जाएगा
associates of Kansa will come, and
उसको लगेगा कि ये
if they come to collect tax here, they will realize that I'm here, and if they realize that he is the son of Vasudev, then they will take him. So it's better that we should just go and straight away give tax to them. So Nand Baba took some of his associates to give tax to King Kansa. He took some butter, buttermilk, curd, etc. as tax. So while giving it to the king, he thought that now let me meet Vasudev, as they were both friends. So even Vasudev ji was thinking that then Baba is here, so he will come and meet me. And if he comes to meet me, then the people of Kansa will realize and they will know. Therefore, Vasudev ji changes his form and he comes to meet Nand Baba in incognito mode. And he cannot ask directly that how is my son doing. So indirectly he asks that all the cows are in good shape. Are you all are you getting proper grass, etc.? Are they giving proper milk, etc.? So because if they are getting proper milk, etc., then the child will be well taken care of. So Nand Baba says that I'm thinking that I should stay here the night. And Vasudev Baba said that you should not stay in Mathura because I am getting some negative emotion, or so by the Lord's mercy, and a person who has a pure heart, they get a realization of what's going to happen. So he says that I think that there might be some trouble in Gokul, so you should immediately leave. So Nand Baba leaves Mathura in the midst of the night or in the middle of the night. So in the 10th canto, 6th canto, Shukdev Goswami says that Nand Baba is traveling on his bullock cart and he is remembering the words of Vasudev, that what might have happened to my Krishna or Kanhaiya, which demon might have came or to hamper him. So Nand Baba has lost his sleep. He had so much anxiety, distress in his heart. So this kind of distress we also face sometimes. What will happen to our kids' future? What will happen to us? But we should learn from Nand Maharaj. When he became extremely distress, then what did he did? He started contemplating on the Lord, that, oh dear Lord, you remove the obstacles and anxiety of your devotee. So you please take care of us. And whenever we get distress in our life, we should not focus on anxiety. Rather, we should focus on the Lord. And as soon as we start contemplating on the Lord, then we won't have anxiety anymore. But once we stop remembering the Lord, we will become anxious. As you can see, when we all are here sitting, listening to the pastimes of the Lord, we might not be anxious as we are anxiety free right now. But once we leave this room, we will become so anxious. First anxiety will start from where I have kept my car, this and that. So till the point we contemplate on the pastimes and form of the Lord, we won't get distress. Parikshit Maharaj tells Shukdev Goswami, was actually there a problem in Gokul? Then Shukdev ji says, yes. What was the problem?
योषित्वा माय यात्मानम प्राविशत कामचारिणी एवी रीते आवे देखो पूतना को कैसे ऐसे नचाते हुए लेके आता है ये सुखदेव गोस्वामी कहते हैं कि
Shukdev Goswami says that, oh Parikshit, there was a problem in Gokul, and what was that? When Kans realized that my death personified has appeared as Devaki's son, so he sent a demoness, that is Putna, because she knew how to change her form. So she took the form of a cowherd girl, that is a gopi, and he told or ordered her that whatever children are born in last 15 days, you should kill all of them. So she used to roam and eat all the kids, and such Putana was roaming in Braj. And when Shukdev Goswami said this, then Parikshit Maharaj ji became anxious. So he was not like us. When he used to listen to the pastimes of the Lord, then he used to enter the pastimes of the Lord, and he used to feel that this event is just now happening, and he became extremely distressed. What will happen to Kanhaiya? He's just a 6-day-old child. Putna should not kill him. When Shukdev Goswami saw this distress on the face of Parikshit Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami says that you should not worry. Why? Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself is there. Forget about the Lord, but if a person takes the name of the Lord, a place where congregational chanting is done or pastimes are no, any demonic quality cannot enter that place. So wherever we take the holy names of the Lord, any demoness cannot enter. And here the Lord Himself is there in Gokula. He Himself has manifested. So how will she harm the Lord? And that is true in cities, etc. We don't have demonic quality, because here even demons are scared to come. Especially it so happens in villages. that you should not walk under that tree because there might be a ghost there.
कहाँ भूत होते हैं? शहरों में तो ये शहरी लोग भूत से भी ज्यादा डेंजर हो गए हैं।
In
मुझे तो लगता
cities
है कि ये भूत लोग
and
आपस में
towns,
बात करते होंगे।
the people are more dangerous than the ghosts.
तो भूत पेरेंट्स भूत अपने बच्चों को
So
समझाते हैं,
if they have a family of ghosts,
वहाँ आदमी
the
होता है।
ghosts will tell their children, you should not go to villages, you should not go to towns and cities because they will be humans.
गुजरात के
Someday.
गांव में,
In
राजस्थान के
the
गांव में,
villages of Gujarat and
जब हम
Rajasthan,
दिखाई दिए हैं तो
we have
ऐसे
performed
बहुत सारे प्रसंग
Katha
होते हैं।
and we have seen
किसी के
many
शरीर में कोई बुरी आत्मा का साया
that
होता है,
people have some
कुछ। मैं मेरे जीवन की एक
ghosts,
कहानी
etc.
सुनाऊं? शुरू में लगभग ये
Shall I share
25वीं
one
कथा होगी। शुरू की बात है, 15-20
event that happened in my life? So, 15, 20 years back, when I've just started preaching,
जब भी कोई कथा का निमंत्रण देता
and if someone used to invite
कहाँ से दे रहा है,
for
क्यों दे रहा
Katha,
है, कुछ
who
नहीं
is
पूछता,
giving
हम
invitation,
चले
why,
जाते हैं।
and they just used to invite and we used to go.
अभी तो बहुत कुछ schedule होता है, बहुत कुछ देखते
So
हैं।
now we have schedule, etc.
तो
But
राजस्थान
initial
से
days,
कथा का निमंत्रण आया। ध्यान से
so
सुनो,
we got invitation of 2 Kathas. Please listen very carefully. It happened in my life. So I've just got married at that time.
राधिका को कहा, बच्चे नहीं थे।
So I told my wife Radhika, as we didn't have any kids at that time. So I asked if you would like to accompany. So we went to the first village, that is Narwar, where the Katha was to be performed, and we had the pastime of the churning of the milk ocean discussed there. And in Rajasthan, the second Katha was in Jaipur, and in Rajasthan only, and the host came to me in search of me. He came looking for me. He said, that just tell me that what's the problem. He said that we want to just meet LalGovind Prabhu, and I want to meet him in a secluded place or in seclusion. So he said that I have a secret to share. He closed the door. So what did he say? Just imagine what would have I faced. He said that the katha that is we have organized is not for humans. I thought that I work for welfare of humans. So for whom have you organized this katha? He said in our village, so many people have committed suicide. There is a well, and in that well, so many people have died by drowning themselves, and all those people's souls are roaming. So we have organized this katha to get relieved of these ghosts. So please come and please speak to them and pacify them. So I was discussing, and Radhika was there, and I said, you want to go? I'm going back to Mumbai. You can speak to the souls. So he said, why should we not worry? We had a team of 25 people. Now I mostly travel alone. So he said that we all are together. So there is nothing to worry. So somehow I convinced her. So after 2 days, they sent 2 cars. One was the tempo traveler where all the team went, and the smaller car in which me and Radhika were sitting, and we reached the place. And when the village came, the tempo traveler went to right and our car took a left. Said, we all are together. He said that their arrangement is near the premises of the Katha, but you will be staying in some other place. So far we were not distressed, but we went 10 kilometers far in a deep forest, and there was a bungalow where nobody used to reside. After so many days, doors were open and they brought me here, that you are going to stay here.
मैंने कहा हमारी टीम, बोले वो वहाँ
I said that what about it? They said that they will stay there, but you're supposed to stay here.
डर रहे थे, बाहर थोड़ी कहेंगे हम डर रहे
So,
हैं।
we are a speaker, so how can we say that we are scared?
फिर वो मुझे कहते हैं आओ
So,
आपका कमरा
then he said that, let me show you the room.
छत पर लेकर गए।
Then he took me to the terrace,
उस हवेली में
and
एक कुआं था,
and
बोले
that
इसी
well was in
परमात्मा
that
करके मरे हैं।
bungalow itself. And he said that all the people have
अब
died
मेरा
here.
हार्ट बीट थोड़ा सा तेज होने लगा।
Now I became little anxious.
आपको 3 टाइम का भोजन टिफिन यहाँ पर आ जाएगा और
So
घर
we will provide you 3 meals here, but you have to reside, and you're to reside here. And he left, and we all both were alone there. And while leaving, he said that, oh,
रोज रात को
Raj,
इस हवेली में सारी आत्माएं
daily
आती हैं, तो आप उन आत्माओं को संभाल लीजिए।
during the night, all these ghosts come here, so please take care of them. And he left.
और उस वीरान हवेली में
And in this secluded
मैं डरता हूँ,
bungalow, we were there.
पत्नी को थोड़ी कह सकता हूँ कि मैं
So
डर रहा हूँ।
I'm scared, but I cannot tell my newly wedded wife that I'm scared.
एक काम कर,
I told that don't get scared, I'm here. Let's close all the doors and windows. So we closed all the doors and windows.
इतनी तेज हवा आ
So
रही थी,
it was Rajesh said there was so much wind. We have just heard in horror movies, but we saw with our own eyes when the air blows and when the window is pushed by
ऐसा ओरिजिनल आवाज हमने सुना।
by the wind, we could listen to that voice, the voice that comes from the
अब
pressure
हमारे
of
पास
wind.
केवल एक ही रास्ता था,
So now we had only one way, and that is nursing Aarti.
शुरू किया, लेकिन
We started
भी कितनी चलती है,
veneration of nursing.
5 मिनट में
So,
खत्म हो जाती है,
so nursing Aarti
रात निकालनी है।
ends in 5 minutes. We have to spend the whole night there.
जैसे तैसे पूरी रात निकली, वो सुबह वो
So
लोग
somehow we managed the whole night, and morning they came
आत्माओं के साथ
with
सब
tiffin.
चर्चा हुई। मैंने
They
कहा
said that have you had discussion with us?
रात भर
They said
कथा हुई हमारी।
they have troubled us a lot.
फिर तो कथा शुरू हुई,
Then the katha started, and gradually 7 days elapsed.
हम मुंबई आए,
And when we came back to Mumbai, and he called me that
दो आश्चर्य हुआ हमारे गांव में।
there are 2 strange things that happened.
20 साल से राजस्थान
First,
में जितनी बारिश नहीं हुई,
since last 24 years, we didn't had any rains.
भरपूर मात्रा में बारिश हुई।
After 24 years, after this katha was performed, there was
जितनी भी आत्माएं
sufficient rains, and all
शांत
these
हो गई,
ghosts have pacified,
बंद कर दिया,
and they have stopped troubling us. And now the people had thought that we will
मैं गुजराती
call you to the katha next year.
एक बार आत्मा ने हमें फिर वो गया सो गया, फिर मैं कभी आत्माओं के लिए नहीं किया।
But after that, I never did it for ghosts.
भागवत के
But
सिद्धांतों को मैंने मेरे जीवन में मेरे सामने देखा।
I have seen the philosophy of Bhagavatam with my own life. I have realized that whenever there is a pastime of the Lord where we chant the holy names of the Lord,
आत्मा का साया नहीं होता,
there no ghost can
आत्मा का प्रभाव
be
नहीं,
present.
वहाँ आत्मा कोसों दूर होती, और यदि आत्मा
This,
कुछ है,
and if there is a ghost or something, then that also gets liberated.
इसलिए श्रीमद् भागवत के
Therefore,
से भीख मांगते हैं, प्रभु
the devotees of Srimad Bhagavatam beg the Lord that if you want to give us a life of an insect ant, we don't care. But even if we become an ant, then we should become it in the home of a devotee by listening to the congregational chanting by them. We will listen to that and we will get liberated or benefit from the same. Shukdev Goswami continues the pastimes, and he says that Putna came, she was a demoness who came to kill the Lord, and she put poison on her bosom, and she took the form of a cowherd girl. She was dressed beautifully and had worn all the ornaments, and this Putna went to Nand Baba's home. When Brajvasis saw Putna, it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, the denizens of Braja thought that this is goddess of fortune personified, and she has came here to meet Lord Narayana. Shukdev Goswami says, where these residents of the Lord, who are pure devotees of the Lord, who see a demoness also as Lakshmi or goddess of fortune, and where do we stand when we think that even goddess of fortune, if she sits next to us, we will think that who is this demoness? So this is the perspective. So let me share one philosophical point and proceed further. In this world, if you see any fault in others, or if you find mistakes in someone and shortcoming, then think that that shortcoming is in you. First and foremost, we should treat ourselves or cure ourselves, because a person who has shortcomings will see shortcomings in others. And it applies to all of us, even me. If we see shortcomings in others, then that shortcoming is in us as well. And if a person is complete and who is faultless, he will not find any fault in anyone. A person who is complete, who is pure, he sees everything pure and complete. And those who are incomplete, they will find everything incomplete. Some people will say that why this is yellow, that is yellow. The thing is yellow, but you have these yellow goggles on your eyes. Remove those. If you are looking at the world as yellow, then it is the problem with our eyes or our perspective. Therefore, instead of finding faults in others, we should check ourselves first. The denizens of Braja thought that the goddess of fortune has came, and this Putna came directly to Yashoda Maiya's home, and at that time Yashoda Maiya and Mother Rohini were swinging the Lord. They were beautifully serving him, and Putna came, and smilingly she said, "Oh mother, shall I swing the Lord?" The Yashoda and Rohini said, thought that we have some work at kitchen, so no worries, you can take care of that. They went to the kitchen, and now Putna starts approaching the Lord. Krishna saw her approaching. Shukdev Goswami recites, by seeing Putna, Krishna closed both his eyes. So, why did Krishna close his eyes? Although Krishna is just 6 days old, but just think about what he's thinking. Say that I came here to kill the demons and to remove the distress of earth, but to start it from a woman is not appropriate, because it is not bravery or courageous to kill a woman. In Ram Avatar also, I had to kill Tadaka first. From where did he start it? From Tadaka. And here also Putna is here. So Krishna closed his eyes that she will go back. But this she was not here to go back. Krishna saw her and he closed his eyes. The second reason being, Krishna saw that Putna had come with poison, Kalkut poison on her bosom to kill him. So Krishna closed his eyes and he meditates on Lord Shiva. That, oh, Shiva, this Putna is here to poison me, but I eat buttermilk, butter, and curd. But you have this practice to drink poison. So during the churning of the ocean, you drank it. So you practice. So you please come. This is appropriate for you, and you should take it. So that is why Krishna has closed his eyes. So each pastime is described in great detail. So we cannot understand it in 7 days. Even whole life is insufficient for the same. Srimad Vallabhacharya in Subodhini writes, and how much great detail Srila Prabhupada has mentioned. We all are tied or bounded by the time factor. When I talk about Putna Moksha or liberation, so I spoke about 22 reasons of why he closed his eyes. But let me share the last reason. Krishna thought that this Putna is here to poison me, and mother tells that we should not eat outside food because we will become sick or diseased. So she wants to feed me something from outside, and she's going to force me eat, and I will get diseased. And the greatest disease, which cannot be cured with medicine, can be cured by yoga. So before we get sick, we should do some yoga. So we will have a great immunity and it will not touch me. So by thinking this, Lord Shri Krishna started performing all types of yoga. Well, we all have tried that, but haven't worked for us. But doing yoga, we have to close our eyes. You all might be aware. So Krishna closes his eyes and started performing yoga. So in this manner, Putna is slowly approaching the Lord. Krishna tried that she should return, but she didn't. And doing this, Putna almost reached near to the Lord. Shukdev Goswami recites as if a fire that is hidden under the coal, if you have cooked in a fire stone or fireplace, then you might have faced that when you have these flames that are covered, you think that, oh, it's nothing. But when you take it on your hand, then you realize that this is still burning hot. But it's covered by ash, so we are unaware. And as we take it in our hands, our hand gets burned. Similarly, Putna has not yet realized the Lord who is hidden as, or she looks him as a child, but he is the death of death itself personified, and he was taken by Putna. She picked him in her hands and she had this grave poison, dangerous poison, and she put her bosom on his lips. So our Krishna is so mellowful. Whatever you give, he accepts it. He accepts everything. That is why he is called Purna Purushottam. Although Vishnu is also the Lord, Ram is also Lord. So they all are the forms of the Lord. But of all the incarnations, the Krishna is the whole or supreme personality of Godhead. Because in other incarnations, the Lord doesn't accept everything, but Krishna accepts the mellows of each and every one. In Ram Avatar, Shupnakha came and she requested so much that please marry me, but he didn't do that. Ramji says, I have this vow that I have one wife, one word, and one arrow. So he sends her to Lakshman, and Lakshmanji sends him back to Ram. And ultimately, they chop off his ear and nose, and she could marry. But had there been Krishna instead of Lord Sri Ram, then what would have happened? He would have said, oh Shupnakha, you come and you bring your sister, friends, everyone, because the Ram is bounded by his virtue. But I accept everyone. So Nursing Lord is in Vatsalya. But the Lord Krishna accepts all the mellows and rasas. He accepts the relationship in paternal form, in conjugal love, servitorship, etc. He accepts all. So she started poisoning or feeding Krishna with this poisoned milk from her bosom, and he started drinking, and now he started drinking her life. And when he started sucking her life, then she started shouting, and she started shouting. All her 8 limbs started breaking and shivering, and the Lord started sucking the life out of her.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
श्रीपाद वल्लभाचार्य सुबोधिनी में लिखते हैं,
Sripad Vallabhacharya writes in Subodhini, Putna had killed so many children. She has drank the life of Sakal. She has drank the life of all. So many infants. What was Krishna doing? He was suckling all. He was suckling all the infants or the souls that have entered Putna, and he is liberating all of them. So now he started suckling the life out of her, and her 8 limbs are shivering. And she's shouting, leave me, leave me. So the Putna who had picked Krishna, now she wants to get rid of him. But our Lord has this innate quality. He doesn't come easily in anybody's hand, but once he is in someone's hand, he never leaves them.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
पूतना चिल्ला रही है, छोड़ छोड़ छोड़, लेकिन कृष्ण
Putna is shouting, leave me, leave me, leave me. But Krishna is not leaving her. And now Putna is feeling distress, and the form that she has taken of the cowhead girl, she couldn't keep the pretense, and now she started coming in her original form and she started running from Gokul and she's shouting, leave me, and she's running in the streets of Gokul. Krishna thinks that if I kill her here, then she will destroy the farms of our villagers or farmers. So he thought that there is a farm of Kansa himself, and Putna is running and shouting, leave me alone.
कर सर पर सद हरि अमर कर अनुसार कर परवर
सर मेर करे
हरि हर सुर
अवर यवर यति मानर वर भर अति हर अलख भरे निरखत नर पवर पर गण निरजर
निकट मुकट शीर सवर नमय गण रण पट भरड़ फरड़ पर
सुंदर
रंग भर सुंदर
श्याम मेरे जिरे रंग भर सुंदर श्याम रमे।
ये त्रिभंगी छंद है, आपको तो सर 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 ही समझ में आता होगा, लेकिन रंग भर सुंदर श्याम रमे ये गुजराती छंद है। इसमें भगवान
this is a Gujarati verse where how Lord present his pastime is described. Putna is running, taking Krishna with her. She is in great pain and distress. She is shouting to leave her alone and running, chasing. Krishna realized that the farm of Kansa is here and he attacked her, gave her the last blow, and Putna left her body, and as a mountain drops on earth, similarly Putna fell down and all the demigods showered flowers.
चंद्र भगवान की बाल कृष्ण लाल की जय। पूतना गिरी है, अब जानते हैं सुखदेव गोस्वामी कहते हैं पूतना गिरी तो कितनी लंबी थी।
So when Putna fell, she had 22 feet long body, by 22 kilometers, body. And similar were her hands and legs, etc. So this Paul Krishna is playing on this huge, enormous body of Putna. Somehow Yashoda Maiya reached there and Nand Baba reached, and they chopped her body off into smaller pieces and cremated her on a fire pyre. But she had this fragrance of the incense, so that incense, the fragrance that we get from incense stick is fragrant, and from there we call it agarbatti. So here Parikshit Maharaj asked a question: even if we cremate a greatest person, then we get so much foul smell. And Putana was a demoness. She used to eat meat and intoxicate herself and drink blood. On burning such a demoness, how could we get a fragrance of incense stick? So Parikshit Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami replies that no matter that she was impious demoness, but she was touched by the Lord himself. And it is mentioned about Krishna by Arjuna. He says, Pavitram Parvam Bhavam. He is the most purest of all. So by his touch, she became purest of pure. That is why she got this fragrance. And if the Lord touches us, or if we serve the Lord and we touch him, then we will also become purified and pure. So there is a secret here. Shukdev Goswami also said that, and even Uddhavji mentions the same, that Krishna killed Putana, but he didn't kill her. So who is killed? A person after dying, if he goes to hellish planet, then that is considered to be killing. But once she left her body, what was her destination? Krishna sent her to Vaikuntha and accepted her as his mother, gave her the position of a mother. Putna got the position of a mother. How much merciful our Lord is. Can there be anyone far more merciful than him? So here Parikshit Maharaj asks a practical question. What did Krishna saw in Putna that he didn't kill her but liberated her? She was such a great demoness who was there to kill the Krishna, who had this wrong intent and her work was also very bad. Yet she was liberated. What was the reason? And there were three reasons. Please listen very carefully. So on this conclusion day of the Katha, we should try to imbibe these three things in our life. Such a great demoness. What did Lord saw in her that he gave her the position of his own mother and he liberated her? Then Shukdev Goswami replies, first and foremost, Lord saw that although she was a demoness, yet when she came to me, she was adorned with tulsi beads because she had taken the form of a cowherd girl. She was wearing these tulsi beads, and a person who wears tulsi beads, Krishna loves him the most. And because of tulsi present on their neck, the Lord loves them, and that is the glory of Tulsi Maharani. All the Vaishnavas might be aware, no matter how much good bhoga you prepare, but till the point you don't keep a tulsi leaf there, forget about eating it, Lord even looks at it. Similarly, without a tulsi leaf, the Lord doesn't accept the food. Similarly, without a tulsi around the neck, the Lord doesn't accept the living entity. So if you want the Lord to accept you, then you all should wear tulsi beads and adorn your neck with the same. In Srimad Bhagavatam and in other Puranas and scriptures, etc., online we organized a Katha which was organized by Bharat Bhai, and we spoke about the glories of Tulsi Maharani for 7 days. It is mentioned, as you all are residing in UK and you cannot go to the holy rivers on a daily basis, but if you wear the beads of Tulsi ji on your neck, and when you put water on your head, and when this water touches Tulsi beads and then it touches the body, then all the pilgrimages, holy rivers, you get the benefit of taking a dip in all these rivers. This is the glory of Tulsi Maharani. When throughout the world people don't wear tulsi beads, but when we are about to die, then people put tulsi wood or tulsi stick in the fire. So when a person dies or cremated, then they look for a tulsi plant and they put tulsi. After he is dead, how will it use? When we are alive, we should wear tulsi beads. You might have heard Have you heard the name of Ras Khan? He was a great Muslim devotee who was born in a Muslim family, but he was a great devotee of the Lord Sri Krishna, and he has written beautiful verses, prose, and scriptures. So Ras Khan used to wear tulsi bead. So Vaishnavas usually have 3 rounds. Ras Khan used to wear tulsi bead that had 200 rounds. And he was a great devotee of Krishna. And people, by listening to his verses, started becoming devotee. So one day, the king of Delhi, he called him and said, Ras Khan, you have left your own religion. You are a Muslim by birth, and it is your responsibility to read Quran, Kalma, and offer namaz. And you sing the glories of Lord Sri Krishna. You serve him. Then he said, what is lacking in Islam that you have lost your honor, religion, everything, and you're serving Lord Sri Krishna? Ras Khan replies, since the time I have heard the flute of the Lord, I have become detached. So Akbar replied, "O Ras Khan, the Vaishnavas usually wear 3 rounds of tulsi beads around their neck, but why do you wear 200 rounds, and that too you have big beads of tulsi ji?" Ras Khan replied, the boat is made with wood, and if you have less load, then the small boat is sufficient. But if you have more load, then you need a greater boat. So all these Hindus, they have sinned very less. So for them, 3 rounds of tulsi beads is sufficient. But for a sinner like me, even 200 rounds is sufficient. Only 200 rounds is sufficient for me. Such is the magnanimous or benevolence of Tulsi Maharani. So as Lord Sri Krishna liberated Putna because she was wearing this tulsi beads, so we all should wear tulsi beads. So some people say that we will wear the kanthi, but why you have to keep it so tight? So if it's a love or and he wants to know, then we can tell that this is kanthi. Kanthi means that touches our throat. If you wear it till your stomach, then it is something else. It is supposed to be adorn our neck. It is not an ornament. So this is a philosophical point. We cannot act on our own whims and fancy. And the scientific reason behind wearing tulsi beads on our neck is whatever we eat, appropriate or inappropriate, it touches our throat and goes down. But if we are wearing this tulsi bead, then it touches, whatever we eat is touched by tulsi beads, and whatever we speak, it also comes from our throat. So if we are wearing this tulsi bead, then all our words touch tulsi ji. So the input and output both gets purified. Therefore, we should wear it on our neck. So we should wear this tulsi bead. And ultimately, I should give you one more point, that there are few rules and regulations to wear tulsi. A person who wears or wants to wear tulsi beads, they should never eat meat. Otherwise, it will be a great offense. Tulsi is glorious, but we should be very careful. We should not intoxicate ourselves. Otherwise, you can wear tulsi beads. And what Krishna saw in Putna that he liberated, and he saw that she has put a beautiful tilak. Her forehead is adorned by a beautiful mark. The Lord loves sandalwood, that is chandan, and vandan, that is bowing down at his lotus feet. So the chandan that we wear is gopi chandan, that is by the lotus, the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. And these two lines are the feet of Krishna, and the leaf below is tulsi, and it is mentioned in scriptures that the tilak should be like a U or Urdu Pundrak, as it signifies or denotes the feet of the Lord. And when he saw tilak on her forehead, and thirdly, Krishna thought, although she is a demoness and she is here to kill me, no problem, but she came to me, no matter what her intent might be, but she is here by whatever intent. She has came here, and if someone comes there, I liberate them. So what does we understand by this? That we should take time and go to have an audience with the Lord, whether we have an emotion or not. We should go. Although Putna wanted to kill the Lord, we are not that much inimical towards the Lord. So if we go to have an audience with the Lord considers that he is here to meet me. So with whatever emotion or mellow we have, so there is a beautiful Lakshmi Narayan temple here. You all should visit here. Yesterday, I went to ISKCON Coventry. Haridas Prabhu and Vidur Prabhu. And you might be aware of the ISKCON organization. Under the disciplic succession of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through the medium of ISKCON, pure Bhagavatam and pure devotional service is provided. So, I will request all of you, those who are listening to the Katha for 7 days, similarly, every Sunday, it is performed in ISKCON Coventry, so you all should go there and listen, and you can get great teachings and philosophy, and you can get an opportunity to learn how to serve the Lord. That all is taught there. So in this manner, Krishna saw all these three qualities in Putna and liberated her. So now gradually Krishna is getting old. At the age of 3 months, he killed Shaktasur. 2-year-old, he killed Trinavrat. And gradually he started walking, and when he started walking, the loveliest of the pastime that he performed was to steal the butter. The greatest, the supreme personality of the Lord Godhead is stealing butter. He used to go to the home of a gopi. He used to steal butter, and they used to complain to Yashoda Maya. And Yashoda, Mother Yashoda never believed in that. She said that, why will he do that? There is no dearth of milk and butter in our home. We have 9 lakh cows. Why will he steal? So she never agreed. One day, Krishna went to steal the butter, and the gopi caught hold of Krishna and said that your mother never agrees. And his face was and hands were all covered with butter. She said, today I will complain to Yashoda Maya and I will make her beat you. So she took him to Yashoda Maya's home. Krishna tried hard that she should leave. So, walking, she went in the center of the village, and there her father-in-law was sitting and he was playing cards. So she saw that my father-in-law is there, and
લાજુ કાઢ્યાની ઘણી હામ. આ લાજુ તો કયા ખટારામાં બેસીને ક્યાં વહી ગઈ મને ખબર નથી પડી. એક જમાના था લાજ.
there was one time when women used to cover their forehead. That was a sign of modesty, but now we have lost that modesty somewhere. The more we stay in modesty, our culture, our principles of religiosity and world is protected. But on the name of progress, we are leaving everything behind. This is not progress. It is a sign of degradation, not progression in our society, family. If we have this modesty, then point we are safe. So now the gopi, when she saw her father-in-law, she covered her face. So for one moment she left Krishna's hand, and then she took Krishna's hand. Krishna is so clever. He ran away and gave the hand of the gopi's own son. As she had covered her face, she couldn't see. Gopi's child is saying, but she's not listening at all. She spoke so much that she is unable to hear. So a wife went to the doctor that please do something. He doesn't allow me to sleep at night. What had happened? He speaks throughout the night, even in his dream. He said that there is no need to give any medicine. If you give him chance in the day, he will stop speaking at night. Whatever the quota he has, where will he put that quota? That is why he's using it at night. So this gopi was speaking. Krishna took a shortcut and reached his home. And she knocked at the door of Yashoda Maya, and Krishna opened the door. And she said, Krishna, you're here? Then who is here with me? How come you are here? That I'm shouting since that, but you are speaking so much, you're not listening. You didn't pay any heed. Krishna was standing at the door, and he has already washed his hands and face. She said that you want to complain to Mother Yashoda about me? Just be careful. This time I have given you the hand of your son, but next time if you try to do that, I will give you the hand of your husband. Just run away from here. You want to complain about me? So she got distressed and she went back. And daily basis, Krishna used to do that. So one day, he was told that, oh, leader, we are hungry. We want to have some butter. He said that I'm tired today. I don't want to steal. So how are we going to eat butter? So he said, I'm your leader, don't worry. So Krishna went to a gopi's home. Gopi opened the door and he said that you're here. He said, yes. He said, my mother has sent me. Why? He said that so many great sages and saints are about to come to our home and my mother wants to feed them butter. So we don't know how much butter they will eat. So today's menu,
वाल जानते हैं वाल
today's menu is beans with eggplants. Have you ever eaten it before? Today you're going to eat it. And we have rice, dal, potatoes, and chapati. Oh, it's puri. So we have so many people here. So we have puri and we have samosa. Is it unlimited? So today is samosa. That is a Punjabi. And you have a sauce with that. There will be a green and red chutney, a sauce.
तो समोसा उसके साथ चटनी है और बूंदी है आज.
And today we have bundi. What is this furfur? Okay, so we have fries and lassi is also there. So to keeping their relatives in mind, they have kept lassi as well. So please accept it with love. So let's come back to the Lord. He is here at the home of the cowherd girl. He said that there is a sage and saint coming to her home. So mother has told that you should get some butter from her home. So I just want a pot of butter. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will return it. So sometimes it's used to happen that people used to ask or borrow some things from each other. So she said that don't take one, you can take 2 pots of butter. So she gave 2 pots and he started walking. So when he was about to leave, the cowherd girl said, stop for a moment. So he became anxious. Now what happened? She said, oh, Kanhaiya, your guests are my guests. So you can tell your mother, you need not to return it back. You just consider it as a charity and you can feed the sages. So Krishna was far more happy and he started walking slowly. Then again she stopped him. And Krishna's heart was beating faster. Now what will she say? She said, Krishna, with love, feed the sages and saints, and you should sing their glories. So Krishna walked, and in midst of the friends, his friends, and he bought 2 pots, and they all started eating with love. So what happens is when we have invested in some place, then our heart is focused on that place. When we donate something in the temple, then we think that, okay, we have given donation, so let's go and see the temple. So the gopi thought, we have donated, so the sages are here, so let me get an audience with them. So she started from her home to have an audience with those sages. But Krishna has lied to her. So when Gopi came in on her way, she saw all of them eating butter. So she said, "Are these your sages and saints?" Krishna replied, "Yeah, they all are sages and saints. In Treta, they came as the monkeys or Vanara, and this time they are here as the cowherd boys and girls. And these are the great sages and saints." So in this manner, Krishna used to steal butter. So there are so many pastimes of his stealing the butter. But in the 10th canto, 9th chapter of Bhagavatam, once the cowherd girls, all these women, cowherd women, gathered together and came to Yashoda Maya. And Krishna says that I can handle one or two gopis, but now they all are together. Thousands of cowherd girls are here, women are here, and he got stuck. Krishna was thinking, what should I do? Where he was standing on his terrace and he saw all of these women coming. He hid behind his mother, and the gopis started complaining.
हम कहूँ अनंग बसेरी जाए। रानी जू, हे यशोदा जी, आप है ना एक काम करो,
Oh, Queen Mother Yashoda,
चली जाओ,
you should do one thing. You should leave Raja, because either you can stay there or we can stay here. We cannot tolerate Krishna. So Mother Yashoda says, "What has my son done? She can barely walk." So they say that what he hasn't done, just, he has troubled us so much. What has he done? Gopis say, when we go to fetch water, then he teases us and say that, "Will you marry me?" Does he even know what marriage is? He pushes us. Krishna says that you should not believe them, oh mother. I just sit there peacefully. And they look at me, and as they are looking constantly at me, and they fell on their own accord and they blame me for this. It's not my fault. Then other gopi said, "He steals butter from our home. Why you should stop him?" Mother Yashoda says, "My son can never steal. If he steals, then you should put your pots on the roof so that he cannot reach." So they said that we have done that also. When he does that, he takes a staple and he takes off the butter from the roof. And said that you can put it you should raise it further. And when we raise it further, then he uses a long stick and breaks the pot. Although he looks so small, but he breaks it in such a precision that the butter starts flowing and they all eat the butter. So Mother Yashoda says that you should tie it still more higher. Then they said that we have done this. When we tie it on the roof, then what does he do? Narsi Mata writes,
ઓળે વળીને એક બીજાને કાંધે ચડીને
ચાર પાંચ ગોવાળો ટોળે વળીને એક બીજાને કાંધે ચડીને
મટુક મટકી માં મોરલી મારે મારો કાન શ્યામ આવીને મારી
મટુકી ફોડે ઘમર ઘમર મારા વલોણા ગજે શ્યામ આવીને મારી મટુકી ફોડે ઓ શ્યામ આવીને મારી મટુકી ફોડે
મટકી ફોડે ને વાલો મહીડા ઢોળે શ્યામ આવીને મારી મટકી ફોડે
એ મટુકી ફોડે ને મારા મહીડા ઢોળે શ્યામ આવીને મારી મટુકી ફોડે
ઓહો હો શ્યામ આવીને મારી મટકી ફોડે
ઓ શ્યામ આવીને મારી મટુકી ફોડે
तो इस प्रकार
So in this manner,
जब मटकी को बहुत ऊपर बांधते हैं
when we tie
नीचे खड़े रहते हैं उसके ऊपर 5 उसके ऊपर 3
the pot on the roof, then all these kids make a ladder of each other and Krishna rides on top of them and takes the pot. Mother Yashoda replied, if that is the case, then you should do one thing.
अपनी मटकी में माखन रखो ही मत
You should not keep
माखन
butter in the pot. If it's there, then only she will steal. He will steal. If it's not there, how will he steal?
कहा मैया ये भी
Then he said that we have tried that as well.
जब हम हमारे घर पर
When we
नहीं होता है और ये लोग चोरी
don't keep butter at home and they want to steal,
कृष्ण
and when they don't find butter, then Krishna curses us.
इस घर में हमारे खाने
He
के
says that
माखन नहीं है
there is no butter here for me.
तो अस्मिन गृहे इस घर में दरिद्रता
This home should become poor. They will get so destitute and poor that for 21 generations they will have to beg on the streets. You don't have butter to feed me. This innocent child, if he curses, and if this, so because of his anger and fear, because of his fear, we have to keep butter. So that when he comes here, comes to steal, then you give it to him, and whatever he has eaten, I will give you 10 times of that. But never ever tell that my child is a thief. So mother said that we have tried that also. When he comes here, we give it, and because to save at least the home, because they eat less and they spoil more, they put it everywhere. So at when they're supposed to come around 2:30, we sit at 2 o'clock and we offer in front that Krishna, you want to eat butter, you can take this butter. Then when we offer the butter to him, then you know what does he replies? Do you think that I'm a beggar? Do you think that I'm here to beg for you butter? How much butter you want to eat? I am the son of a king. How much you want, I will give it to you. So we don't eat on charity. We work hard and we earn it. You don't know how much hard work it is to steal. How much we have to plan, how much risk is there. We believe in performing karma. And what is this karma? To steal. So the conclusion is, oh mother, that your son likes whatever is robbed. He likes to steal. So please do something. So all these gopis left after saying this. Mother Yashoda thought, this, why is Krishna stealing from others? On the day of Diwali, Mother Yashoda got the reply of her question. She thought that the butter that is prepared at my home is made by the servants, and we don't know by which intent or mellow they are doing it, because the Lord loves or cares about the intent and mellow. So I will prepare it with my own hands with all love towards him. So Mother Yashoda wore beautiful clothes, and she had make arrangements to get curd from the milk. And now Krishna is sleeping. She has given different responsibilities to different servants, and now she herself is churning the curd. So previously they used to do it with the rope.
माँ यशोदा अपने हाथों से
So Mother Yashoda with her own hands started churning the curd, and while making this butter, she is chanting the holy names of the Lord. She's remembering the Lord and making the butter for him, remembering him, chanting his name. And at that time, Krishna came and he sat on her lap, and she started feeding him from her bosom. But the milk was boiling on the fire and it came out. And to save that milk, Mother Yashoda left Krishna aside and started running to save that milk. But here Krishna lost his control. He became angry that for such little money she has left me. Is this my value? Krishna became so agitated and angry. What shall I do? That she has been working hard on this pot, so why not break it? So he broke the pot and everything spilled. And when it was all on the floor, then he thought that because I have spoiled the floor, now Krishna will scold me. So he ran. And so far, Mother Yashoda has not believed on the word of cowherd girls, women. But when she saw the broken pot in her hand, in her own house, she realized that if he can break the pot in his own home, then what might he might be doing in others' home? So she said that today I am going to teach him a lesson. Where is Krishna? Krishna was in another room. He was hiding behind the curtain. So she so she opened the curtain and he jumped from the mortar grinder, and then this chase he's being chased by Mother Yashoda in all the streets of Vraja. So Yashoda is sweating while chasing the Lord, and somehow Krishna slowed down and Mother Yashoda gained pace and she caught hold of him.
आनंद उपम लसत कुंडलम गोकुले ब्रजमानम
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
यशोदाभियोलुखलादवमानम यशोदाभियोलुखलादवमानम परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या आज अंतिम दिन है.
So today is the last day, and since last day, 6 days we have been enjoying the bliss of Katha, listening to the pastime and dancing. So why should we leave? So let's dance and do congregational chanting for a while.
मुहुर्नेत्र युगममृजन्तं कराम्भोज युगमेन सातंक नेत्रम्
रुदन्तमुहुर्नेत्रं युग्ममृजन्तं कराम्बुजयुग्मेन साधकनेत्रम्
मुहुश्वासकं पात्रीरेखाककण्ठ
श्वासकम्पातिरेखाककण्ठ
स्थितग्रेवदामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् ये हालो हालो आगे आ जाओ, आगे आके गोल राउंड बना के भाव से खम्मा मारा नंद जी लाल मोरली क्या रे वगाड़ी
खमा मारा नंद जी लाल मुरली क्या रे वगाड़ी रे सुतीति मारा शयन भुवन सुतीति मारा शयन भुवनमा ए साभळ्यो मुरली न सात मुरली यारे वगाडी में तो सुलायु पर झूलता आया धनु मिला से में तो सुलायु पर झूलता यही दौड़यू भराई जाय मुरली क्या रे बगाड़ी क्षमा मरा સોના ઈ ડોણી રૂપા બેડલું રે નાગર ઉભા ઘોરંગ રસિયા એ પાણીડા ગઈ તી તળાવ રે નાગર ઉભા ઘોરંગ રસિયા પાણીડા ये काठे ते कान घोड़ा खेलवे रे नाग उभा हो रंग रसिया ये कान मने घड़ूलो चढ़ायो रे नागर उभा हो रंग रसिया तारो गड़ोल गोरी नहीं चढ़े रे नाग उबा हो रंग रसिया હે તું છો ગોવાલણ રે આગળ ઉભા હો રંગ રસિયા. સોના ઈ ડોણી રૂપા બેડલું રે નાગર ઉભા હો રંગ રસિયા. આજ રસિયો રૂપાળો રંગ રેલિયો રે ઘેર જાવું ગમતું નથી.
રૂપાળો રંગ રેલિયો ઘેર જાવું ગમતું નથી.
એ કાન રસિયો રૂપાળો રંગ રેલિયો ઘેર જાવું ગમતું નથી.
કાન રસિયો રૂપાળો રંગ રેલિયો ઘેર જાવું ગમતું નથી.
એ મારી માથે છે યમુના કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન હલ્યા દ્વારિકા ને કાંઈ લીધો રે મણિયારા વડો રે કે હોવે હોવે લીધો મણિયારા વાળો રે કે હું તો તને વારી જાવું રે મણિયારા કે હું તો તને વારી જાવું રે મણિયારા રાધા રાણી રે ઉભા માંડવે ને કાંઈ રાધા રાણી રે ઉભા માંડવે ને કાંઈ જોવે રે મણિયારા તારી જોવે મણિયારા તારી જોવે મણિયારા તારી હે હોવે હોવે જોવે મણિયારા મારું લાગુ રે મણિયારા તો તને વારી જાવું રે મણિયારા મોરલી રે જળ જમના ને તીરે એ વગાડી બલભદ્ર વીરે રે હાલો જોવાને જાવી
મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલી આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલી આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલી આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલી આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
માથાનું મુગટ ક્યાં મૂકી આવ્યા
માથાનો મુગટ ક્યાં મૂકી આવ્યા
હે માથાનું મુગટ ક્યાં મૂકી આવ્યા
માથાનો મુગટ ક્યાં મૂકી આવ્યા
હે નથડી તે કોઈ ચોરી લાવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
નથડી તે કોની ચોરી લાયા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલી આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલી આવ્યા હો
કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
રાધે એ હાલો હાલો
આ નાકની તે નથડી કોની ચોરી લાયા એ નાકની તે નથડી કોની ચોરી લાયા
નથડી કોની ચોરી લાવ્યા
હારનો તે ક્યાંથી લઈ આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા એ મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલ આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
મથુરામાં ખેલ ખેલી આવ્યા હો કાન ક્યાં રમી આવ્યા
નવનિધિ દે વશમી બુદ્ધિ દે બાકવાની મારી હૃદય में ध्यान दे शीत में ध्यान दे હવે વરદાન દે શંભુરાન મારી દુઃખ को दूर कर सुख भरपूर कर आशा संपूर्ण कर दासदानी ये मारी सज्जन से शीत दे कुटुंब से पीत दे जंग में जीत दे माँ भवानी मारी जंग में जीत दे माँ भवानी रावण सरी को राजियो पर्वत मेरू रे समान हालाजी तारा हालाजी तारा हाथ वखाणो ये पटी तारा पगड़ा वखाणो हालाजी तारा हाथ वखाणो ये पटी तारा पगड़ा वखाणो जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जोयुगधर हरि नाम संकीर्तन की श्रील प्रभुपाद की नित्य गौर प्रेमानंदे
सभी भक्त अपने अपने स्थान पर बैठिए।
આજે તો મને થાક લાગ્યો. અચ્છા, please take your seats quickly. We've got a couple of small speeches, and then Prabhuji will carry on. Then we'll do the program will take its own shape. So, Damji Bhai Tang is associated with Seva International, and he
So
is going to-
Danji Baitan is associated with services, so he will want to say a few words.
Thank you, Bharat Bhai. First, pranam to LalGovindDas, Prabhu. Bhayo, Beno, and friends. I'm going to deliver the speech, or short speech, in English. When I was asked to say something about Bharat Bhai, so I wrote about whole pad, 200 pages, to say something about him. And then I was told I've only got 5 minutes to something about him. So, well, I'll make best and express my special thanks to Bharat Bhai and what he's done and what he does every day. Bharat Bhai has been working for Seva UK. I don't know if you can put your hands up, people who are aware of our charity called Seva UK. So lots of people know. Thank you. So Bharat Bhai has been working with Seva UK for 25 years plus. And over the last 20 years, he has been our secretary and trustee. He has been involved in a number of projects, and I can, if I had to say, I can just tell 100 projects now, but we haven't got time to say each and every other project he's been involved in. His mantra is Seva and Seva and Seva. He's visionary. He's the hardest working guy I know. I tell you why. When he goes on holiday, he says, I'm going on holiday with Naina Ben. So I thought, I can have a rest because he did get some work to me. So I've got a holiday, I can have a rest. So what does he do? He goes to the airport and rings me. He says, Lamji, do that, do that, do that. So it's not a holiday for me either, or for our team. So he continues thinking about workforce Seva. As far as I recall, his first and one of the biggest projects he worked was Gujarat earthquake in 2001. Bharatbhai was very, very young. He went to India when the earthquake took place. He spent time on the ground. He stayed in the tents. He worked on the ground. And then he came back to UK. And Seva UK collected over 3.1 million pounds, which was given to us. He dedicated his day and night working with team in here, team in Gujarat, to make sure that the funds we raised are well utilized and accounted for every one penny. These projects with Seva UK and Seva Bharati, we constructed 6 villages in Gujarat. When I say villages, it's not a village just like 2-3 houses. There's houses, there's mandir, there's shops, what there was there previously, but it's earthquake-proof houses and communities. We also involved with 35 schools, constructed and operational. 254, sorry, he corrects me right, 254, there we are, it's not what I'm saying. And Bharatbhai, from there, he started working on various different projects, like we had education aid, medical camps and all that. And I've been working with him for the last 15 years. In 2001, he came and presented what I would call a business case. He said, where are we really making difference of people's lives? Because education, lots of NGOs are doing that, eye camps and all that, but where are we really making changing people's lives? He brought a report, which was from World Bank, Bank of Japan, which said that in India, 90 million people, let me repeat it, 90 million people are classified as disabled people. They got either poor eyesight, hearing aid, limb problems, all that. So 90 million people is equivalent of population of Australia. So he brought that on and we took it on board. And I went with him to India and we spent some time that where we would start our first project. Within like less than 9 months, we found a project, and the first project we started is in Jawhar in Maharashtra. It cost us 750,000 pounds, and 120 children live there. It's a residential home. They looked after, fed, education within whatever they can learn, and teach them life skills. So that's our first project we started. And subsequently, we did one in Latur, which is like in Maharashtra, which is called Sadvedna. It's for autism, cerebral palsy. It's a day school where kids are collected, they come, they're treated, and looked after, fed, and they go home. From there, we went to Gadag in Maharashtra. We go one in Pune. So those are the projects we've been working for disabled kids. Bharatbhai actually doesn't let go of any opportunities. I don't want to take much of your time. Somebody told him there's 180 wheelchairs, which National is going to throw it away. So he worked behind the scenes, collected it, and went to Durham prison. I'm talking about Durham prison. They repaired it and gave it to us, and he went personally with the team to pick it up, put in a container, and went to Kenya. And with Kenya Red Cross, we distributed those wheelchairs. So we started another project called Medics for Seva. Bharatbhai is always thinking, I think first time he wakes up, Bhagwan Seva kar, and he thinks what to do next for Seva. So he's brought another project called Medics for Seva, which I work with him. And it's to take the medical professionals from UK and worldwide to India to do Seva for poor people in rural areas. So that's an ongoing project. And also to fund we got projects in Chitrakoot, we're spending £500,000 doing a new dental and treatment center. So £500,000 worth of money. So he's thought about how to fundraise this thing. So he's going to organize a second rickshaw run, which will be running from Chitrakoot all the way into Gujarat. And that will be raising £500,000. So that starts on 10th of December, if I'm not mistaken. So Bharatbhai is working behind the scenes with Indian government, police, different states. We're going to about 6 or 7 states. So each state has got its own rules. So he spends most of his time in liaison with India team and UK team. So on a personal note, I want to say thank you to Bharat from Seva UK. He's inspirational and he's absolutely fantastic guy. Thank you, Bharat.
જેને નામજીને પૈસા આપ્યા બોલવાનું નહીં આપતા એને આ બધી વાત ખોટી છે. હું તો ખાલી થોડુંક આઈડિયા મૂકું પછી કામ કરવાવાળા બીજા છે. આ કથાની અંદર હું તો અહીંયા બેઠો હોય છે પણ કામ કરવાવાળા અહીંયા બધા પાછળ છે, રસોડામાં છે, ક્યાંય ને ક્યાંય છે અને પીરસવામાં બીજા છે. આ બધી વાત ખોટી છે, નહીં બહુ નહીં માનવાનું. હવે સોરી થોડો સમય લીધો પણ મારા ધર્મપત્ની નૈનાને કંઈ 2-3 વાત કરવી છે તો હું એને
ये मेरा बर्थडे गिफ्ट है, ये कथा मेरा हम जब 60 साल के हुए, पहले मैंने प्रभु की कथा सुनी एक बार. मैं टीवी पर कुछ सुन रही थी तो 15-20 मिनट हमने सुना तो मुझे लगा कि ये मैं क्या कचरा सुन रही हूँ. टीवी का ही कुछ प्रोग्राम था तो मैंने वैसे चैनल दबाया. यूट्यूब में मैंने देखा कि कुछ मैं सुनूं कथा, कुछ ऐसा कोई क्लास हो हरे कृष्ण डिवोटी का के. तो मेरा हाथ लग गया वो प्रभु की कथा जो थी वो दामोदर लीला. पहली बार मैंने सुनी. तो जब मैं सुन रही थी तो मेरा ध्यान टीवी में नहीं था. मैं मेरी वो सारी पालक और धनिया सब लेके साफ कर रही थी और मेरा कान है ना वो उनकी कथा सुन रहा था पहली बार. तो 2 घंटे ऐसे कुछ 3 घंटे मैंने सुना तो ध्यान तो पूरा ऐसे भाजी में था. तो मुझे ऐसे लगा ये ऐसे कथा कौन कर रहा है, अविद्याम कौन कथा वाचे छे. भक्ति में देखो तो हम इतना कुछ नहीं जानते हैं, बहुत कम जानते हैं हम. पर मेरे मन ने कहा कि ये ऐसा कौन है कि ऐसे कथा कर रहा है. फिर उस दिन हम बिजी हो गई. नेक्स्ट दिन मैंने उसको ढूंढा यूट्यूब में तो उस दिन से हम उनकी कथा सुनते 5 साल हुआ. सुनते एवरी डे सुनते उसकी कथा. और एक हम दररोज खाते हैं ना, हमारा खुराक लेते हैं. ये कथा सारी मेरे लिए एक खाने के समान है कि अगर हम सुनते नहीं है तो खाया नहीं है. अभी वो इधर हमारे घर में है. जैसे ही मेरा काम खत्म हो जाता है ना, मैं मेरे कमरे में जाके उसकी वो अमृत वचन वाणी है ना वो मैं सुनती रहती हूँ. सो कोविड से पहले उनकी कथा सारी यूट्यूब पे थी. कोविड के बाद उन लोगों ने जूम पे कथा का सब शुरू किया. तो जब हम सुन रहे थे यूट्यूब में कुछ 5 साल मैंने सुना. फिर मेरा जन्मदिन था तो हम तो बहुत ऐसे जन्म में केक काटना बांटना हम नहीं लाइक करते. तो पतिदेव के मुख से निकल गया कि ओ तारो बर्थडे छे तो शू करूँ. तो मुझे तो फनी लगा. मैंने बोला मैं थोड़ी केक बेक काटती हूँ और कैंडल ब्लो करती हूँ. तो मेरे मुख से ऐसे हंस हंस के निकल गया, कैन यू इमेजिन यू इनवाइट लाल गोविंद टू फॉर माई बर्थडे प्रेजेंट फॉर कथा. सो सेम टाइम मेरे मुख से ऐसे निकला कि वो तो लाखों की भीड़ में कथा करते हैं, वो मेरे बर्थडे में थोड़े इधर आएंगे वो ऐसे. और ये जूम की कथा के टाइम हमारी कथा होती है जूम पे वडुकल परिवार की. और उसमें जुड़े प्रभु जी से बात होती है, अमित नारायण से बात होती है. तो ऐसे हम सब नज़दीक आ गए. सो ये भी कथा मैं सोचती थी कि मर जाना है, ये कथा नहीं होगी. पर देखो जब मैंने विश किया ना, मैं तो सुनती हूँ 5 साल से 6 साल से सुनती हूँ. बट मेरी विश थी कि आप सभी की कथाएं सुने, उनका संग करें. और कथा तो हमेशा सुनती हूँ मैं. मैं कथा सुनती हूँ ना, तो कभी कभी वो ऐसे छोटा छोटा कुछ बीच में बोल देते हैं, तो तुरंत दिमाग में बैठ जाता है कि ज्યાં ત્યાં फसाऊ नहीं, फसाने वाले बहुत बढ़ गए हैं। तो ऐसे संग, ऐसे भक्त का करे, उनकी कथा सुने, तो ऐसे ऐसे वो हमें थोड़ा थोड़ा मन में रह जाता है। और एक ही है कि हम पूरा जीवन उस चीज के पीछे लगा देते हैं जो नहीं है, और जो है बहुत सरल है, हम उसमें टाइम निकाल कर बहुत सरल वो हम नहीं करते हैं। सो मेरी बहुत इच्छा थी कि सभी, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि ये कथा रह जाएगी और हम गुजर जाएंगे, बट इतने भाव से हमने किया कि सभी ये कथा सुने और प्रभु का संग करे, उनकी कथा का श्रवण करे। और मेरी एक प्रभु बोले थे कि आपने वडुकल परिवार का ये 7 दिन प्रसाद खाया, तो हमारे में कहते हैं ना कि शादी में हम जाते हैं तो हम खाते हैं तो हम बदामणु और देते हैं ना, खाली पात्र नहीं देते हैं। तो आप सभी ने 7 दिन हमारा प्रसाद भरत वडुकल का खाया, तो मैं आप सभी को एक ही रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि ये मेरा परिवार है ना, उनको बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद दे कि भक्ति में रहे, प्रभुपाद की बुक्स पढ़े, जप करे और प्रभु लाल गोविंद प्रभु भक्त जैसा संग करे। That's all. Thank you so much, Lord.
हरे कृष्णा। बहुत ही सुंदर माता जी का भाव था, और माता जी के भाव के कारण आज हम सबको प्रभु जी का संग प्राप्त हुआ। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच माता जी, और खूब खूब धन्यवाद भरत प्रभु का, जिन्होंने अपनी पत्नी की और तीनों भाइयों का કે માતાજી કે વેણ કો રખે, આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ ને વેણ ને રાખ્યું, અને બહુ જ સુંદર પ્રભુજીને અહીંયા ઇન્ડિયાથી યુએસથી બોલાવ્યા અને અહીંયા બધાને કથાનો શ્રવણ થયો। તો આવું અમે એવું ઈચ્છીએ છીએ કે બધા જ લોકો, આપણી સાથે જેટલા બી લોકો અહીંયા આવ્યા છે એ લોકો પણ આ કથાનો ડેલી રસપાન કરી શકે। તો અહીંયા એક જે આપણી વોટ્સએપમાં એક નંબર છે, એ તમારી બધા પાસે ફોન તો છે, બરાબર છે? सभी के पास फोन है, तो प्लीज मैं जो नंबर कहूंगा आप प्लीज वो नोट कर लीजिए। आपके पास समय है, सभी लोग मोबाइल निकाल लीजिए, ये नोट कर लीजिए। इसके ऊपर आप जब व्हाट्सएप नंबर से सेव करेंगे और जैसे ही आप उस पर मैसेज करेंगे, व्हाट्सएप डालेंगे, तो आपको डेली प्रभु जी की जहाँ पे भी होगे, आज जैसे यहाँ पे बर्मिंघम में चल रही है, कल से फिर आगे मैनचेस्टर में होगी, फिर 3 दिन बाद रग्बी में होगी, और फिर अनेकों कंट्री में जब जब कथा होगी तो आपको उसमें कथाएं आती रहेंगी। ठीक है, तो मैं नंबर नोट करूंगा। आपके सबके मोबाइल हाथ में आ गए हैं? आ गए? ओके। +91 756 अगेन 756 7530। ओके, मैं नंबर रिपीट कर रहा हूं, +91 756 अगेन 756 7530। तो सभी आप ये नंबर जो है राधा गोविंद गौशाला के नाम से सेव कर लीजिए, और इस पे केवल आप एक व्हाट्सएप करेंगे तो आपको डेली कथाएं आती रहेंगी। और साथ ही साथ यूट्यूब में आप सर्च करेंगे, तो जैसे ही आप यूट्यूब पे जाते हैं, यूट्यूब ऐप में, तो आपको केवल लिखना है लाल गोविंद दास। आप लाल गोविंद दास जैसे ही लिखते हैं तो प्रभु जी की जो हमारी वेबसाइट है, यूट्यूब चैनल है, वो ओपन हो जाएंगी। उस पर केवल आपको सब्सक्राइब करना है। सब्सक्राइब करेंगे तो जब जब आपको कथाएं जहाँ जहाँ होती है, यूट्यूब पे आपको डेली कथा आती रहेगी। ठीक है, हरे कृष्णा।
सब टाइम है, कितने बजे तक है? हाँ, 6। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम हरे
राम
राम राम
हरे हरे।
सो कृष्ण ने माखन का मटका फोड़ दिया
So Krishna broke the pot of butter and Yashoda Maya is chasing him relentlessly. Krishna realized that she has ran so much, so Krishna slowed down a little and Mother Yashoda paced up a little and she got hold of him. So after seeing the stick in her hand, Lord Shri Krishna started crying. Although she hasn't taken the stick to beat him, but to just scare him, but when Yashoda realized that he is getting so much scared, so she kept it aside and said that you are being so naughty. Today I will punish you. So she took a rope and the grinding mortar, she tried to bound him with that. When she tried to bound him with that, then the rope was little short of 2 fingers. Then she tied another rope and then again the rope was less. So she told the servants, bring all the rope in the home, and she joined all the ropes and she still tried to bound and still there was 2 fingers less of the rope. It was short of 2 fingers. So the other cowherd women said that, please leave him. Maybe there is no providence that he should be tied. So they said that you always complain. Now I'm trying to rectify him and you are being partial to him. Go and to all the stores and homes and get all the ropes and I will tie him no matter what. So they got the ropes from all the Gokul and still he is not tied. Still there is this shortage of the rope of 2 fingers. So what does these 2 fingers imply? So let's understand the philosophy behind this. We all want to tie the Lord. That means we want to attain the Lord. So we all have this desire that we should have Krishna, we should attain him. But a devotee to attain the Lord is always short of 2 fingers. And what are these 2 fingers? That is the mercy of the Lord himself. So we need to understand one point here. Till the point we don't have the mercy of the Lord, till that point we cannot attain the Lord. The Lord can be attained only by his mercy and benevolence. So therefore in our life, we should always seek his mercy and blessings. So some people will say that when we will get his mercy, we will do. But the second finger implies devotee's trial. So till the point a devotee tries hard, works hard, he cannot attain the Lord till that point.
So bhakta prayas karega.
So the devotee will try, and by seeing his hard work, the Lord becomes merciful. So the Lord sees our hard work or how much hard we are trying. Sometimes people chant 16 rounds and some do 4, but sometimes they have so many restrictions, and in that restricted situation, they hardly able to do 4 rounds, and other has a simple life and they can chant 16 rounds. So the glory of the person who is doing these 4 rounds is far more glorious because he is trying harder in comparison, and the Lord always look to our hard work, our life and soul that we put in. So to attain the Lord, we should try to perform devotional service, and by seeing our trial and tribulations, he will become merciful, and then we will be able to hold him or attain him. So Mother Yashoda is trying hard. Krishna sees that she's trying so hard, working so hard. So she was sweating profusely, and Shukdev Goswami writes or recites, when he saw that my mother has tried so hard, and the Lord who never gets bound by anyone today was bounded by Mother Yashoda. He became obliged to be bound.
बंधन में मोहन बंध गए, प्रेम के
बंधन में मोहन बंध गए।
प्रेमियों ने जो बनाया बन गए, प्रेमियों ने जो बनाया बन गए, प्रेम के बंधन में मोहन
बंध गए।
वैसे कृष्ण को कोई बांध नहीं सकता, लेकिन आज
Although Krishna cannot be bound by anyone, but today Krishna is bounded by the love of Mother Yashoda. The pastime is such that when the whole rope of Braja and Gokula was insufficient, then Yashoda Maya sent them to Barsana. So the gopis went to Barsana, and Srimati Radharani was sitting, and they said that just give some rope. They said that we want to bound Lord Shri Krishna. So Radharani was milking the cow, and that time they usually tie the legs of the cow, and she just gave that rope after milking the cow and said that you can tie with. When they got the rope from Srimati Radharani, and Lord Shri Krishna got bounded. That is why the conclusion of Damodar Ashtakam it said,
दिया प्रियाये नमो नंतलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं। बांध दिया कृष्ण को।
they were able to bound Krishna because of the rope by Srimati Radharani. When Krishna was bound, he became agitated, and all the cowherd women and girls were sent back, and they were told you should go and work. Today, Krishna will remain here, stand it here. So Sudaji has written beautifully that when Krishna did, Balramji was not there. He had an invitation to have prasadam at someone else's home, and someone told him that your younger
इतना पता चला कि किसी ने बांधा, यशोदा ने बांधा ये पता नहीं।
information, but he just got to know that he was bounded. And Balramji was agitated and filled with anger. Who dares to tie my brother? Whoever has bounded my brother, today I will destroy that person. If he is a male, his wife will become a widow. children will lose. So today on this earth, who has tried to bound or bounded my brother, I will not leave him. He was so angry, and in agitated state he came to the place where Krishna was bounded.
और बलराम जी आकर बलराम जी को पता चला
So when Balram ji realized that I was saying that I will kill that person, but he has been bounded by our own mother. So Balram ji lost all his anger. He thought that now I cannot do anything. So let me just sympathize with Krishna in Gujarat. We have this ritual because they have so much time on hand. So they go to other person. So we should know how we should do it as well. So the old women teach, so you should, a person is sick, so you should go with a straight face. And sometimes a person goes, they so they go with kids. So that one child is sitting on the chest of the person who is sick, and the other is playing with the glucose pot. And they ask, what happened? Then the person who is deceased, has no energy. The doctor says that he has joined his soul. So that person has joined his, and then he lost his life. So that implies that you are also going to die. So when we go to sympathize with someone, then we should console them, give them some hope. So now Baldev ji is going to Krishna to console him. Even after seeing his elder brother, Krishna started crying loudly. I have been bounded here. Please entangle me. So Baldev ji said that I told you you should not steal, but you kept on doing it. Now you have to suffer. I will not steal anymore, oh dear brother. So Krishna was scolded and bounded by mother, and now Baldev ji is also scolding. So especially, so usually Gujaratis are spread in all over the world, and they go and as a servant there, and then in a few years they become the owner himself. They work so hard. So I just want to add, what was I about to say? So you know what is the reason why Gujaratis are so if a child falls and he starts crying and he is bleeding and he comes to home and the mother scolds him, why did you went there? So already he is troubled there, he's bleeding and he's crying, and then the mother slaps him as well. So where will this child lose hope? They become strong. So Baldevji said that I have told you not to steal, but you haven't stopped. I will not do it again, oh dear brother, but please relieve me of this bondage. So Baldevji says that if somebody else had done it, I would have taken care of it, but mother has done it. So, but let me just try. So he came to Mother Yashoda and told Mother Yashoda, please leave Krishna, unbound him. So she said, please leave him. Why? Mother Yashoda asked. He said, you don't know who is he? Oh, really? I don't know who is he? Then you tell me, let me know. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He is Vishnu himself. He is the one who took the form of Narasimha and killed Hiranyakashipu. He took the form of Vaman and covered the whole material universe. He took the form of Parshuram and destroyed the warrior clan 21 times. He is Vishnu. Mother was undeterred. She says that when he hears about a cat, he starts crying and hides behind me. He is Vishnu. And if he's Vishnu, then who are you? Because I don't know. I'm unaware. So if he's Vishnu, then who are you? I am Sankarshana, the one who has thousands of material universes on my hand. So Mother took the stick that she has thrown and she told Balram, all these incarnations were to took place in my home. If you don't run away, I will bound you as well. This is the pastimes of Braja. This is the conjugal love of Lord Shri Krishna. And to provide this love, that is why the Lord manifests on this material earth. So Krishna gave so much bliss to all the cowherd girls, women, cows. And for 11.5 years, he gave bliss and ecstasy to Jwasis or denizens of Rish. And after that, the Akruji came and took Mathura. So Krishna promised that I will be here day after tomorrow. But once he left for Mathura, he became so easy, he became so focused on his responsibilities that he told that I will come after 3 days, but he didn't come for years. So it's almost time to conclude. Let me share a mellowful pastime and then we will conclude. Krishna is in Mathura and one day he is taking a dip in Vishram Ghat or Waf and he is resting there. When Krishna remembers or is reminded of Braja, he used to come to the banks of Yamunaji, and at that time in Yamunaji there is a beautiful lotus that is coming from Braj towards him. After taking that lotus, he realized that this is the lotus of none other than Srimati Radharani. After seeing that lotus flower of Srimati Radharani after so many years, he got reminded of Raja. He started crying uncontrollably. His eyes were filled with tears of separation. And at that time, Krishna had a friend whose name was Uddhav, who was filled with knowledge. He had accumulated knowledge from heavenly planets. So he had this pride of knowledge and he saw that Krishna is crying. Uddhavji asked, why are you crying? What is the reason? Krishna replies,
Mohe braja bisarat nahi, Mohe braja bisarat nahi. Uddhav,
he says, oh dear Uddhav, I am unable to forget Braj. I am always reminded of Braja. So this is a person who is wise, scholarly. of worldly knowledge. So he says that I understand that the devotees cry in separation with the Lord, but in separation with the devotee, the Lord is crying. This is wrong. So now Uddhavji started finding fault in the Lord himself. Krishna says, you won't be able to understand this, O Uddhav. I remember my Braj. Uddhav, please do me a favor. I have so much responsibilities here. I'm tied up. So would you be able to convey a message to the denizens of Braja? He said, no problem. I'm knowledgeable. So I can just console them, advise them. So Uddhav was taught in the school of knowledge, but not the school of love. So now Krishna is sending him to the school of love. So Uddhavji agreed that I will take your message. So whom should I go? Krishna is amazing. Krishna is writing in a diary with a pen. Whom shall I meet first?
भागवत की बात है.
So let me ask you, it's the pastime from Bhagavatam. Uddhavji is writing and asks Krishna, there are so many people in Braj. So there are so many associates, gopis, gopas, friends, gopis, parents. So first of foremost, we can say Radharani, but no. Krishna said, first and foremost, you should go and meet Nand Baba. How we should love, what is love, we should learn from Krishna. He tells him to meet Nand Baba. He says he's the eldest, he's the king of Braj. He's a father. So outwardly he will never show his tear and separation, but inwardly he is extremely saddened and distressed. Just imagine, oh devotees, for one moment, if we have some trouble at home, we will tell our father, this is not working, that is not working. Even wife, children, everyone tell. So that we share our misery, but have we ever heard that a person has distress, where will he go and express? A person who is elder has greater distress. We share our misery, agony with our elders, but what about those elders? When they get distressed, where will they go? Krishna is benevolent. So all can express their distress, but Nand Baba cannot share his agony with anybody, and he is inwardly getting distress. And then he says, you should meet Yashoda next, then you should meet my friends, then you should meet all the cowherd girls, and lastly, you should meet Srimati Radharani. Because Krishna is aware, once he meets Radha, he won't be able to do anything anymore. After seeing her love, Uddhav lost his consciousness. Therefore, he told to meet Radharani at last. Uddhavji is ready. It's mentioned in Bhagavatam. Krishna told, the denizens of Braja are my devotees, and they don't look at anybody who is not me. So you do one thing, you dress up like me, impersonate as me. So Krishna has so much, the Brijvasis have so much allegiance for faith in Krishna. Just imagine how much far is Mathura and Vrindavan. There is not much distance. If you throw a stone, it can reach there easily, but no Not a single person crossed Vraja and went to Mathura. Neither a friend or a cowherd girl or a boy, even the cows, even a bird not crossed the territory of Raja. Why? Because our Supreme Personality of Godhead, our Lord, our Lover, has told you should not come. If you require, I will come here. You should not come. That is the allegiance. That is the surrender which the denizens of Raja, residents of Raja had. They kept on crying. They died in separation, but they never went to Raja. Brijvasis thought, we are the villagers. If we go there, if Krishna might be abused. So Brijvasis never went to Mathura. Krishna sent Uddhavji. When he reached Vraja, on his way he saw the gopis, the cowherd girls. First, they thought that Krishna is approaching us, but when they came nearer, they realized that he is Uddhava. They started crying. Where is our Krishna? How is our Krishna? Uddhavji is giving them knowledge. Why are you crying in separation with Krishna? Krishna is not far away. He is there in you. You should meditate. And you have this super soul. Krishna is that, and he's sitting in. So you should try to become impersonal Brahma. So the gopis said that we cannot understand this complex thing. So what does this Lord or Spirit, super soul wears? The one who you're introducing us, who resides in our heart, what does he wear? They say that Uddhavji says that he doesn't wear anything. So we love the one who wears yellow clothes. So he says that what does he eat? They say that he doesn't eat. So who doesn't eat, who doesn't wears? How can we love a ghost like that? Uddhavji is still trying hard. You should meditate, meditate. Uddhavji's replied, oh Uddhav, we don't have 10, 20 hearts. We have only one heart. And we have already given that heart to our Shyam Sundar. We don't have another heart. How can we focus or give it to meditation? You can give this knowledge to someone else. We don't need it. We don't understand it. Uddhavji replied, where is the home of Nand Baba and Yashoda Maya? The gopis say that you need not to search or look out for their home. You see the water coming here in this rain. So you just walk through this. And the place from where these water is flowing, you should reach there. And it is not ordinary water. These are the tears of Nand Baba and Yashoda Maya. Since the day he has left them, from that day they have been crying constantly that their eyes have turned into this drain pipe, and he is walking, and he reached their home. So when Yashoda Maya realized that Krishna's friend is here, she sat there on the feet of Uddhavji and requested that please tell Krishna that you should come at least once. Maybe I didn't love him well, that is why he has left me. She started crying vehemently and says, Uddhav, one day he was not fooling around and I tied him, and maybe he felt bad about that, and therefore he has left me. Uddhavji, I promise, no matter how much he troubles me, I will never scold him. Just tell him once you should come back. In Srimad Bhagavatam, these are the last words of Yashoda Maya. After that, she became mute. Throughout the Bhagavatam, she didn't utter a single word after this. That if I had committed some offense, please forgive me, and I will never repeat my mistake. Then Nand Baba came. So Nand Baba is very wise, and he took him by hand, and he took Uddhavji to the cowshed, and he says, just tell Krishna one thing. Oh Uddhav, if you don't have any mercy on us, that is fine. We will somehow sustain our lives. But what harm has these cows and calves done since he has left Raja? They have stopped eating. Oh Uddhav, in separation with Krishna, these calves are starving themselves. Oh Krishna, they will die. Please tell Krishna that we are Gopal. We take care of the cows. It is our responsibility to protect the cows. So please take some time for them in this manner. This Uddhav sees the love of Brajvasis, and after seeing this, Uddhav's knowledge seems futile, and Uddhav comes back to Krishna. He says, oh Krishna, I was not supposed to come, but I just wanted to convey the message to you. That is why I came. But I just want to request you one thing at your lotus feet, that if I die and if I get a human body, then please make me a resident of Raja.
तो वही रस खाने ब्रजो ब्रज गो कुल के ग्वारन। यदि मनुष्य का रूप मिले तो दूसरे जन्म में
if I ever get a human body, I become a resident of Raja. And if I don't become a human, then if I become an animal, then please make me a cow or a calf in Nand Baba's home. And if I have incurred sin, and if I have to become a stone, then please make me a stone at the foothills of Giri Govardhan. When Brishvasis will come, I will get the dust of their lotus feet and I will be benefited. This is Braj, this is love. And these Brajvasis are the ideal lovers. So I just want to add here, if we want to love the Lord, and how we should love, the way Nand and Yashoda loved him, how Madhumangal, Sridham and all his friends loved him, as the gopis and Radharani had loved the Lord. So to teach this love, Krishna comes, and by listening to this pastime, we should learn to love the Lord. That is the fundamental goal. And once we have this love, our human life will be liberated, or we will be benefited. You all have been listening since last 7 days, all the Bhagavad Katha, and you have expressed your love and increased your love towards the Godhead. So now it's the time to conclude. And this is the world, and this is the nature of this world, that we meet and we get separated. So we may or may not meet again. But before I leave this Vyasman, I just want to say in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 4 things that we should not do. And if we are humans and we want to walk on the path of virtue and religious, then we should never intoxicate ourselves. Second, we should not gamble. Third, we should not have illicit relationship with anyone. And fourth, we should not eat meat. And the 5 things that we should do, we should be firm on that we have got this human form, and whatever we have spent in ignorance is fine, but from now onwards we will associate with good people. We will try to avoid bad association. In our life, we might have associated with good people. That is why you got this opportunity to sit in Bhagavatam Katha. So we should always have good association. We should give good association to our children, because our life is dependent on our culture and our association. And no matter how much you give good education and culture, if they don't get good association, everything will be lost. It will become futile. So try to associate in good association. Second, in your home, whatever form of the Lord you like, Laddu Gopal, Krishna, Ram or Vishnu, whatever form you keep the deity, you should bow down at his lotus feet. You should venerate him, serve him. Third, the thing that we should do or is worth doing is we should take time and visit holy places. We should go on pilgrimage like Mathura, Vrindavan. And if you're unable to go, then you should come and visit these temples, because these are no less than a pilgrimage or a holy place. And fourth, the Bhagavatam Katha that you have been listening, you should imbibe it in your life. You should make it a part of your life. You should listen to Bhagavatam, read Bhagavatam on a daily basis. Only then you will get motivated to perform unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord. And how much facility we have got. So now you got the number, you will get notification when is Ekadashi, Janmashtami, where the Katha will be organized, and we will always be connected. So for even the pilgrimage, as I said that we will do pilgrimage. So yesterday I went to someone's home. They said, we went to Vrindavan. They did it for 10 days. We couldn't find anything, what place is where. It's okay. But our devotees twice in a year organize international yatra for NRIs, US, Canada, etc. So there are special arrangements, and I also accompany them. And whatever pastimes that happen in whatever places, we sit there and we listen to the Katha. So these arrangements are performed often. So this time we are going to Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri. So you all can join us and join us in a well-organized, and this is not what I do. This is not my project. I just do Bhagavatam for the sake of Bhagavatam. Sometimes people think that this is for charity or donation. I keep myself aloof from that so that I can give you pure Bhagavatam and give pure philosophy to all of you. So if you take a good project, then there will be some selfish motive attached. So there is no project for me. I speak Bhagavatam for sake of Bhagavatam, so that we can get devotional service and love towards the Lord. And that is the sole motivation. But our devotees who serve cow, so whoever is doing good, I just share that. So in Washington DC, there is Madhusudan Prabhu. Twice in a year, He organizes this Katha Bhagavatam, so you all can contact him.
सब साथ में आयोजन करते हैं, सब साथ में जाएंगे और
So we will go together.
यात्रा कर सकते हैं। खैर, तो 5 वस्तु करनी है।
So the five things that we're supposed to do. First, good association. We should serve the Lord at home. Third, we should listen to Bhagavatam. Fourth, we should go to holy places and pilgrimage. And lastly,
नाम का जाप करना है।
we should chant the holy names of the Lord.
कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे हरे हरे
हरे राम राम राम।
इसे मैं नवड़ी कहता हूँ। हमारे गुजरात में नवड़ी बहुत फेमस है, हैं? 4 चीज नहीं करनी है, 5 करनी है। ये 9 चीज को यदि जीवन
तो-
में ध्यान देंगे तो
So if we focus on these 9 things, the 4 that we should do and the 5 that we should do, then we can attain the love towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You all have been listening to the Katha and you have given so much love to me. Birmingham is filled with faithful people. You all have that mellow and emotion. So you all have came in huge numbers. Otherwise, in this country, people don't give time to their own brother, but you have given so much time to Bhagavatam, so you all came. So I was telling someone that when I enter here, some Prabhujis and Matajis venerate me. I was telling that I not worth it, that I should accept your obeisances, but because you're happy, that is why I don't say anything for your happiness. Although I'm not qualified at all, I was telling someone, this is the faith. This is not the faith in me, because they don't even know me. But that is your civil nature, your culture, that you pay obeisances to me. So all this is the value system and virtue. So if I tell you that even I'm an ordinary person like you, I also am a householder like all of you. I have to teach them. Even we have responsibility as you all have responsibility. We don't have any horns on our head that we are different from you all. But we read Bhagavatam. I'm not even a Brahmana. Even I'm Patil. I'm a son of a farmer. So actually this is the work that should be performed by a Brahmana or a learned scholar. But we've heard Bhagavatam, read Bhagavatam, so whatever we have heard, I wish it, and you all accept it with love. That is your faith and that is your glory. But still, in these 7 days, if there had been some shortcoming on my behalf or a mistake, if I had used some hard words and I have offended any of you, then please forgive me, thinking me as your younger brother, your servant, your son. It's not my goal to hurt anyone, but sometimes because of the language or in the flow of Katha, if I've hurt somebody, sometimes people take it personally. And please forgive me. I accepted that I'm not a Brahmana, nor I'm an orator. I don't know Sanskrit. I'm not a wise scholar. I'm an ordinary person like you. I've read little Bhagavatam, and by mercy of our spiritual master and his order and your love, that I'm sitting here. The only and only goal is that we all should gather together and love the Lord and spread it further. That is the fundamental goal. So please forgive me. I hope you all have forgiven me, because I don't want to take any weight. I just want to take your blessings before I leave. So I'm really grateful to the Vadukul family, especially Nayan Manjari Mataji. So she is the root.
मेरा जन्मदिन था,
She said that it was my birthday.
गिफ्ट चाहिए.
And my husband said that what
पति देवे विचार
gift shall I get her? Whatever. She will say something.
આને તો આખી કથા જ મારી
And she asked to organize a katha.
कथा कोई ये कथा का आयोजन करना कोई साधारण बात है.
To organize a katha is not an ordinary feat. It requires so much wealth,
प्राण से भी ज्यादा
and
प्रिय है.
today wealth is more
ये भी कहूँ, कथा की
loved by people. And just by money, you cannot perform a katha.
है,
People have so much wealth, but
आशीर्वाद होना चाहिए.
you should have the blessings of your ancestors, and you should have civility, culture, value system by the parents. Only then it is possible.
नयन मंजरी माता को धन्यवाद.
So
7 दिन उनके
thanks a lot to Manjari Mataji. We stayed there and we enjoyed a lot.
किए. ये 3 घंटा यहाँ कथा होती है, 5 घंटा वहाँ
So
सभी के ऊपर होती है.
3 hours we speak here and 5 hours we speak at their home.
So धन्यवाद.
So thanks a lot, Nayan Manjari Mataji, Bharat Bhai.
शांत स्वभाव, भोला स्वभाव. जितने जितनी यहाँ बैठकर कथा करते हैं,
Bharat Bhai is very simple.
वासण ही धोवे जो भरत भाई, बर्तन वो धोते हैं.
So he washes all the utensils. We all eat and we leave, and he washes all the utensils. So this is his humility.
इसी के साथ विदुर प्रभु, विदुरानी माता,
Vidur Prabhu and Vidurani Mataji,
यथा नाम तथा गुण.
the name that the Guru Maharaj has given, they are working according to that. They are so much engrossed in devotional service.
कामना रखूं.
So we seek blessings from you.
किरीट भाई छोटे हैं, बड़े
Kirit Bhai is the youngest, but he is very active,
जैसे छोटे को होना चाहिए वैसे ही.
as a younger one should be.
So किरीट भाई और हमारी रेणुका माता
And Renuka Mataji and their son
की बहू, पूरा समाज
and their daughter-in-law, everybody is here.
इस परिवार से बहुत कुछ सीखने लायक है.
So there's so much to learn from this family. They have so much unity.
दोनों भाई आपस में घर पर
These 3 brothers, they discuss what will we do today. And if the elder one tells, then others follow it.
सब लोग उसे फॉलो करते हैं. ऐसा ही होना चाहिए परिवार.
And that is how it should be.
भरत भाई की दोनों
Very beautiful.
कृष्णा और भक्ति,
Bharat Bhai's
और फिर उनके
daughters, Krishna and Bhakti.
रोहित और उनके बच्चे, वो तो तालमेल बजाए. ईश्वर की जब मेहर होती है ना,
So when the Lord showers the mercy,
सब कुछ.
then everything is
धन्यवाद पूरे परिवार का.
in order. So I'm really thankful to all of you.
सदियों तक ऋणी रहेगा.
So Birmingham will be indebted to the Vadukul family as you have organized this beautiful katha here.
तो यहाँ और
If we have Lord's mercy, then we will have more pastimes.
મંદિર રમતા નથી બનાવ્યા, કથા માટે જ બનાવ્યા છે. હરિદાસ પ્રભુ બેઠે हैं, वो भी
Eh.
बता रहे थे.
They have made this temple to perform katha. So if we have mercy of the Lord, Bhagavatam will
लेकिन
be here and we will sing. But the start has been done by Bharat Bhai. The one who starts, he is glorious.
થોડો આપણે જ્યાં કહે ને પેલો ઘા પરમેશ્વરનો, તો બર્મિંગહામમાં પેલો ઘા ભરતભાઈ માર્યો, વદુકુળ પરિવાર. સો ભૂરી ભૂરી ધન્યવાદ.
So thank you so much.
શ્રી જીવન જાદવજી વદુકુળ
The Jeevan Jadhav, Vadukul and
के
Manibun
बारे में कहने की
Vadukul's
जरूरत ही नहीं, क्योंकि
reverie,
ऐसे
and we need not to talk much, because when all these ancestors are liberated, only then we can have such a beautiful katha. This is the proof of the pudding that these ancestors have already got or attained the abode of the Lord. So really thankful, Haridas Prabhu. So many devotees from ISKCON Coventry has arrived, and all the devotees for Birmingham. So the devotees of ISKCON are like cherry on the cake, and all the committee members of Lakshmi Narayan Mandir. I just remember Prabhu Bhai.
આપણે તો જનરેટરમાં છેડો નાખવાનો હોય ને, मैंने सीधा जनरेटर में ही छेड़ा डाल दिया है. મેન મુખ્ય પ્રેસિડેન્ટ.
So he is the president here.
આપની જે કંઈ પણ સેવા સમિતિ સભ્ય કમિટી આપ સभी लोगों को धन्यवाद.
So I'm really thankful to. I mean, I don't feel that I'm out. Somebody asked me, how are you feel UK? I don't feel like I'm in here. First day I ate dal dhokli. Next day I ate churma, laddu. And then started. So now, if I eat something from that is special in UK, then only I will realize that I am in UK. Till now, I've been eating everything. And this is what we like. So I just want to add, your country might have changed, place might have, time might have changed, but we all are Indians in heart. So our roots are very deep, so we should never forget our roots. No matter whatever we do, we should always remember our roots. What were our parents and ancestors? How much hard work and struggles they have faced in their life. So till the point we remember that struggle, we will never fall short. And our root is this Sanatan Dharma. We are all devotees of Lord Ram and Krishna. You may progress in your devotional service. You may get happiness, bliss, and pure, unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord. That is my prayers to the Bhagavatam. And let's conclude the session from UK, Birmingham.
इस बर्मिंघम की व्यासपीठ से कया नंबर ની कथा છે આ 363 363
So 363 kathas. So from the Lakshmi Narayan Temple of Birmingham, organized by Vadukul family, the 363rd kathas conclusion with Jai Jaikar.
श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, परम पूज्य राधा गोविंद गोस्वामी महाराज की, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की, आप सब भक्तों की, महाप्रसादम की